Hi artists, it's Mrs. RT, the art teacher from the Angelo School. Today we are going to read the book Welcome. And you can see on the cover we have a monkey and a polar bear. So we're going to see in the story the polar bear goes on an adventure looking for a new place to live. And then after that we're going to draw a polar bear. I will show you how to draw one like this. And then you can choose your own creative background. Maybe you think about where a polar bear might live in nature, somewhere cold with a lot of water and ice. Or you could think of somewhere creative, like all the places we see the polar bear go in the story. So this is the story, Welcome. While we're reading the story, you can think about what kind of background you would want to give for your polar bear to live in. I am a polar bear. That's me, paddling in the water, near my friends. Life is quiet and peaceful on the ice. But wait a minute, what's that noise? We can see polar bears are doing all different things. This one is fishing for their food. These two are reading books. Crack! The ice breaks. We're drifting away, my friends cry. Hold on, I reply. And then it's just the three of us, floating in the middle of the big blue ocean. We need to find a new home, but the water just goes on forever. So you can see the big ice where they started is up here, and they're all the way down here on their little ice boat. So we play games to pass the time. I spy with my little eye something beginning with W. What do you think they might find? If they're in the ocean and it begins with W, maybe water, a wave, a whale. Let's find out. A wave. The sky darkens, the ocean rages, and I'm so scared, says the one up here that floated away from the ice boat. We need to find a new home right now. We need to find land. We're saved. Hello, cows. We're looking for a new home. May we please live here? Do you think the cows and the polar bears will live together? The cows respond, you are too furry. You are too tall. You are too bearish. Sorry. So off we go again, looking for a new home. And our little ice boat is getting smaller. Is there somewhere we can land? Yes, this could be our new home. Hello, Panda. May we please come ashore? Do you think the panda will let the polar bears live there? The panda says, you are too many. Look around. There's just not enough room. You can't live here. By the time we reach another island, our little ice boat has almost melted. We don't have much time. Help us, says the polar bears. The giraffes respond, Did you hear something? No, did you? We could go and look, but that's too much of a bother. Pass the tea. So the giraffes don't even look and hear what the polar bears have to say. Things don't look good, and we're about to give up hope when you can see right now their ice boat melted so much that all three of them are balancing on one foot. The ocean carries us to an empty island, and not a moment too soon. Now it's so small it looks like an ice cube. They're just balancing on one toe. We have a new home all to ourselves until... Excuse me, said the monkeys. We're looking for a new home. Can you please help us? It looks like you have plenty of room. Do you think the polar bears will let the monkeys live there? You are welcome. And if you think about it, we saw the monkey on that front cover, so that might have been a clue that the polar bears and the monkeys would end up living together. So now what we're going to do, you can grab a paper and a pencil. And I held my paper vertically so that the long way goes top to bottom. And we're going to draw a polar bear like this one. And then you can get creative with the background and decide where you want the polar bear to live. So I started on the bottom of my paper with a big line that goes up, around, and back down. So we start on the bottom, up, around, and back down. And then for the face, we have that oval shape with an oval nose and a mouth inside. So we can make that oval in the middle of the face. An oval going around for the nose. And then I made the mouth with a line down and a smile. But if you want to make the mouth on yours different, you can. Just try your best. And then above that oval shape with the nose and mouth, we have two eyes. So you make two circles for the eyes. I did my polar bear example all with black marker in the white of the paper. So I colored them in black. But if you want to give your polar bear different color eyes, you can choose any color you want. And now we have the ears. So we make that rainbow shape, that curved line twice on each side. 1, 2. 1, 2. And I colored in the inside piece. And then for the arms of the polar bears, you can see on my first drawing, I drew them both just down on the body. But in the story, you can see they do all different things with their arms. These ones are reading books. These ones are kind of waving or high-fiving the monkey. So on this example, I'll show you one like this and one that goes up in the air. So for one like this, we start on the side of the body, go down, curve around, and back up. And then if we want the other side to be waving, it could be up, curve around, and a line back down. Remember, you can choose whichever way you want for your polar bear. Then I made 4 small rectangles on both sides for the claws. So I just made small rectangles on each hand. Then at the beginning, think about in nature, we talked about how the polar bears usually live somewhere cold, in the water, around the ice and snow. So think about what they might have, what texture they might have on them. Do they have scales like a fish? Skin? Fur? They would have fur. So you can see on this one, since it's usually white fur, they wanted to add that texture. They made those little lines all over the polar bear to show their fur. So you can do that with a gray crayon, a pencil, a marker, whatever you have to use for today. So I'm just making small lines all around the polar bear to make it look like fur. All around the polar bear, even on the arms. And that is our polar bear. So now you can take some time. You can see on my example, I colored in everything except I left some of the polar bear white. And I made some ice and water on the bottom and mountains on the top, and then colored in swirls of blue and indigo. You can think about a creative place you might want your polar bear to live, just like in the book that we saw. They could end up at the beach. You could even draw a little monkey in there. They could end up at the desert, in the jungle. Where do you think your polar bear should go on an adventure? So now you can take some time, finish up your pencil drawing of your background and your polar bear, and then when you're ready, you can outline it and add more colors and detail. So I hope you had a great time with our story of Welcome and drawing our polar bear. I will see you next time.